February 12th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. This is OThaGreat, and it is a Sunday, and we are back with another episode of High Off the Glass. I am excited to be here. This has been a crazy week. I just want to, I don't want to just say that, the typical thing, thoughts and prayers for those in Los Angeles. This is beyond thoughts and prayers. This is some stuff that has never happened before. Like, these people lost whole neighborhoods. Right. So I just want to say we love y'all. We miss you. We're praying for y'all constantly. And yeah, man, I got people out there. I feel bad for them. Friend of mine that his name is Dime Dropper. He's been on High Off the Glass. He's a Clippers content creator. Dude goes to every Clippers game. He is a number one Clippers fan and puts out so much content for them on his page. He's a basketball aficionado. Talked to me on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, he said he had to evacuate. He wasn't sure if he had a home. I texted him the next day. Has no home to go back to. It's just I just don't understand that. So we are praying for y'all out there in LA. It is messed up. Had to start the show there. I meant to mention that on Friday when we did a emergency episode, makeup episode. I have my brothers here today. I am excited for these gentlemen to be in the building. First one, he has been missing in action, but he is back today. He is finally back. Hey, y'all, give it up to Josh Price is in the building.
Appreciate you having me. Always fun to be on High Off the Glass, man. I have not. This is actually my first podcasting of any kind of 2025. So wow. I have not even done my show. My show will return this week. Check out Price Check Pod YouTube channel for those of y'all interested. Mm-hmm. But, we'll be back this week because, of course, we're going to have some football to talk about.
Yeah, a whole lot. Make sure y'all check out Price Check, because Price Check is an excellent show. My man does. Those of y'all that don't know, podcasting is hard. This man, for an entire show, was an hour, right?
Well, so it used to be an hour. Depending on the time of year you catch me now, where it's a lot of NBA, NFL playoffs, you probably give me 30 to 45 minutes.
That's what's up.
But we try to keep it anywhere in that 20 to 30-minute time zone.
The man does an entire show by himself and is knowledgeable and kicks out facts and has opinion as well, and the opinion is usually correct. So, man, make sure y'all check out Price Check. That show is dope. Make sure y'all check it out. And my brother that has been holding me down, ridiculous. Love this cat, man. This dude, like I told y'all Friday, and I'm sorry, IG. I don't know what the hell happened. The episode, the episode I can't find. It's not on IG. It's deleted.
Which one?
The one we did Friday? Yeah. But it's on My City, My Music YouTube page. Mm-hmm. So if y'all want to learn about my co-host, this brother that's been holding me down for the last since right before the election, give it up to Montega Rebel, y'all. Give it up to him and check this man.
Good afternoon. How y'all feeling?
Check this man's origin story out, y'all. It was the last episode we did on Friday. Make sure you guys check that out on the My City, My Music YouTube page. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get into part 2 next week. For real. What you got, Rebel? Tell the people where they can, what you got going.
This weekend, well, no, not this weekend. On the 18th, I'll be in Moberly, Missouri, performing. I got a show out there. Bringing East with me too. Shout out to Dave East.
Damn right.
And I just started. Just got a verse back from him from the for the when I told you last week about the distribution deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, just got a finished verse back from him from one of my newest tracks. I'm great to put out probably like next month.
Bad.
So yeah, it's great to be rocking, man.
That is awesome. That's awesome as shit. For those of you that don't know, this man is signed to Dave East Distribution Company. He will be putting his music out on his own label as well as Dave East. So and y'all know who he is. And my man is from the East Coast. He's basically holding down the coast right now. So make sure y'all check out my guy music, because it's dope. I know y'all as long as you've been doing your thing, and y'all probably got some connection in LA your damn self, don't you?
I got a lot of connections in LA.
I actually got a couple good college friends that stay out there. Luckily for those that I know, they stay deep enough into the city where they're not quite as affected as some of the other folks who've had to evacuate and stuff like that. But it's still crazy hectic right now with people that are able to evacuate or that are still trying to find places in LA to, go to temporarily.
Right.
You got folks that are from other cities that don't even know if they can go back to those other cities that they're from. So it's a lot of craziness going on, lot to figure out for a lot of people out there, man. So I'm definitely, like you said, don't want to be stereotypical or the cliche of thoughts and prayers, but no, that's definitely something heavy on my mind and on my heart right now.
Word, definitely. What about you, Rebel?
Yeah, I got I got a lot of ties to LA, specifically from the situation with Mac 10 and what we had going on. So
Yeah, because did you have a distribution deal with
now we were actually signed to Who Banging.
Wow.
Yeah, we was
Okay.
actually signed to them.
Wow.
So and also, like I told you recently, I just met Easy E's uncle and cousins and all that. So I just built a relationship with them too when I just went out in LA in November.
Okay.
So yeah, man. I called them and hit them up just to see if they was okay, and they doing all right.
They good?
Yeah, they're good. But I have one specific friend that's out there who lives in the Palisades who lost everything.
Jesus.
I mean, him and his wife, they lost everything. So, they just trying to, rebuild and start over. But the thing with that, and then, I don't know, I was just reading watching the news this morning, and a lot of people are trying to blame FEMA, for,
FEMA ain't the only one they blaming. I know who they blaming specifically.
Not stepping in and whatever. But people need to understand. People need to understand FEMA is not set up to be a resolution to get all your stuff back. You know what I'm saying? They're just there to lend. And I think the amount that they can give per household or per situation, I think is like $44,000. Right. You know what I'm saying? But living in LA, that ain't gonna do much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they ain't gonna do much at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, thoughts and prayers to everybody in LA who going through it, man, who lost, family members and property and, et cetera, et cetera. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
I 100% echo your sentiments. I also want to say, too, we are powered. You know what? Let me not say that. We are sponsored, and we have a great affiliation and friendship with STL Cannabis Club. Boom, you see their logo right there on the screen. And make sure y'all go by a Cannabis Club. Also owns Cola Lounge, the first cannabis consumption lounge in St. Louis. They are over on Cherokee Street, which is basically that's the green light district here in St. Louis. That is the marijuana mecca. Make sure y'all go by Cola Lounge and support them. Brennan England, my boy B, who is a proprietor. That brother is awesome.
That's the light-skinned guy with the long hair.
There it is.
Yeah, I met him years ago. He a cool dude.
Trill. I'm talking about
cool dude.
And the brother.
I did a podcast interview there. The very first podcast interview he had there when he first originally opened it up.
That's what's up. What show was it?
It was for this MMA fighter that we promote called Too Cold.
Wow.
Montreal James.
Yeah.
I went to school in Montreal.
Word?
Yeah.
St. Louis, boy. Go ahead. Leave that. And I mean, B and one thing I like about B is he is for the people. You know what I mean? He's mixed, but sometimes with some mixed folks, they forget both sides. This man does not. And he looks out for everybody.
Yeah,
so
mad cool.
He is. Cool. And he pro-black. So
yeah,
I love dude. Make sure y'all go by there. He'll get you together on green, and you got a cool spot. I just I'm disappointed how certain people, right? And before we jump into that, what is that? What greed are we blowing right now?
That's Cartel Kush by Montega Rebel.
Look at that. See this how I get blessed. This how I get blessed on this show, y'all. I not only have dope ass co-hosts, I got people that cultivate their own bud. Cultivate their own bud. Like Rebel, let me see that big ass bud too. You just showed me before we started. Like this bud is big as shit. I can't wait to put this on the camera. When did you start cultivating, and how can people cop this? Look at this.
I'm working on the situation now to get it in, cookies and, other dispensaries, local dispensaries in the area.
Wow.
But shit, holla at me.
That's what's up.
Holla at me.
For real.
Holla at me.
Hit the man up on his socials, y'all, because I know Rebel, I'm getting something today.
Yeah.
I need some of this.
For sure.
Today. Like, this is dope. Josh, make sure you get a hit of this. Get a shot of this. Make sure that's on camera. Look at this bud, y'all. And it's called, tell me again.
Cartel Kush.
Cartel Kush. And is it a hybrid? Is it a indica?
No, it's an indica.
Huh?
It's indica.
Indica. Oh my goodness. And that's another dope thing, y'all. It's all one thing.
Yeah, it's indica.
It's all one thing. It's not the hybrids. And here's the thing. I'm not a fan of hybrids. And I would love this is totally not on the rundown, but we doing it. We doing it.
Hey, look, we adjust around.
Yeah, I mean that's how we do it. Look, it's a marijuana and sports show. So, but here's the thing: I'm not a fan of hybrids because I don't like. I want one or the other. Like once in a while, I'll take a hybrid, but I want one other or the other. Like where are you at with that, Josh?
Yeah, it's not to the point where I'll just completely won't smoke a hybrid, but I'm not purchasing that for myself.
Right.
I can dabble in both. I can do sativa or indica depending on taste and all the other stuff. But I don't need to feel both at the same time either. Just give me, if you tell me what to expect on the front end, boom, cool. We can do either way, but I ain't got to do the mix of both.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Rebel, since you are officially a cultivator now, and we definitely gonna get into that in part 2 on Sunday, next Sunday. What do you prefer?
It depends on my mood, actually. So sometimes I go for the calming body, high, or sometimes I want the head high. So it just depends on my mood.
Okay.
But I've smoked some hybrids that was killer. You know what I mean? So
True.
It just depends on the grower also. You know what I'm saying? So the people I got in L.A., he won thou wild with it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he A1 with it.
So that's where your strain is being cultivated in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Is that facility, are they good?
In Inglewood.
In Inglewood. Okay.
Yeah.
So the fires did not touch Inglewood. Didn't touch South Central. Oh, praise God. Okay, praise God.
Yeah,
And
for people that don't realize how huge Los Angeles is.
For real. Stupid big.
And to kind of make it relevant to people who are from St. Louis that maybe have not been to L.A., if you think about where the Palisades are, the Palisades would be the equivalent of like Chesterfield in St. Louis.
Right.
So Chesterfield is on fire. Yes, you're praying for St. Louis, but essentially Chesterfield is kind of out in a way by itself.
Right.
Malibu,
I didn't know the Palisades was that far from L.A. Proper, man. Damn.
So downtown L.A. is really like a completely separate thing from a lot of these fires. So now where you talk about what's the one that kind of popped up randomly? Like Hollywood spills into like closer to the city.
Okay.
But even still, that's like the hills for the most part.
Yeah.
You get out to like Palisades, Malibu, you really not technically in LA.
Right. Not at all.
Because that's the other thing that people that are kind of going the political route about it is.
It's a whole different county.
Yeah. So like Karen Bass is the mayor for LA.
Thank you.
She's not the mayor for Malibu.
Thank you.
That people have to understand how them lines are drawn. So when people throw the stones at her for this being a major fiasco, she's not really at fault because she doesn't work for a lot of those other counties that are on fire.
Right.
Praise God. I mean, and that is Rebel. You got something to add to that?
No.
Okay, I feel you. And thank you for the alley-oop, Josh, because I will slam it the fuck down because I do not like that people are taking this natural disaster. And guess what? They found arsonists. There have been people that have said something.
And that's what I'm saying. That's one thing that I didn't agree with because they doing all this news, all this media coverage, et cetera, but they're not speaking on the people that they found with the flamethrowers that were starting the fire.
Yeah. Well, I think they are.
I haven't seen it mentioned once.
For real?
No.
The only thing that I've seen is the initial reporting of the story. I have not seen any other follow-up.
Right, there has been no follow-up,
They'll tell you in a
nothing.
heartbeat, we arrested one person that's suspected of arson. We don't revisit that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get what both of y'all saying. I've even heard a story where citizens were holding people thinking that they were arsonists and they weren't. And sometimes they did catch somebody who actually was doing
how
some
was
shit.
all these fires starting at the same time? Over here,
No doubt.
then over here,
Yeah.
then way over here.
Because of the
You
winds
had
from what
five
they say.
separate ones starting at one time.
True, but they also saying it's category type wind. Hurricane category type winds that LA is dealing with. When you got wind like that, like wind is an amazing thing. That's why I don't understand why we don't harness it more in this country and use it to help us with free electricity because wind is no joke. Go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was just gonna say to the point about the winds. The winds are absolutely helping spread some of those fires after they start.
Hell
but
yeah.
The part that isn't adding up is that some of these places, as we mentioned before, Palisades and I guess like Eden, for instance, they're
They're
close.
nowhere near each other.
Oh,
They're
they're
not
not?
close.
Okay.
So those two
Yeah.
fires to start separately means there's a different igniter for one fire than the other.
It gotta be.
They're not like being in Blackjack and then going into Florissant.
Yeah.
This is like going from Chesterfield to St. Charles. Like this is a little bit more.
That's
of a
how
gap.
far it is.
It's a little bit more of a gap. Like you
Wow.
got some ways to interconnect those places, but not
Yeah.
like that to where a fire is started and then spreading completely separately.
Exactly. That is crazy.
And
I've never even.
It's these prominent, these high prominent neighborhoods that it's happening to.
Right.
So me personally, I mean, I think it's more than one person. I mean, it's obviously more than one person. It's a group of people that you know, and y'all just went and.
Yeah, I think so too. And the thing that I don't like that people are doing, and I never even heard of Easton until this happened. But the one thing I don't like that people are doing, I'm talking to you, James Woods, with your shitty ass. I'm talking to mega people. I'm talking to super right-wing Republicans that are using this as a way to shit on Karen Bass, the mayor of L.A. And again, like Price had just said, they calling her out for fires that aren't even in her area. Like that doesn't make any sense. And then trying to take this as another reason to shit on Gavin Newsom. He's a Democratic governor. I like Gavin Newsom. I think he's a good governor. But has he made some mistakes? Probably. Yes, probably. But every political every person in a political office has a lot more bad than good. Yeah. But I think he's done a lot more good than bad, and they're using this as a reason to purposely shit on them. So I just don't like that, and I think that's effed up. I think people need to get help, and also too, it's not just it's middle class people that's getting affected by this. It's it's regular. It's not just celebrities and rich folks being affected by this. So I'm done. I'm done with my soapbox with it. Is just I don't like this. It's a tragedy. It's a devastating historical tragedy, and yet it's turned into like let's shit on politicians. We can shit on. I don't like that. Does anyone have the score for the Denver Buffalo game?
Yeah, Buffalo's up 21-7. Fourth quarter is about to start.
There it is. So yeah, we already knew what was happening. We will get to that here in a minute. All right, so NBA Heat, dog, and I ain't talking about Miami. Shit, but we can.
I was gonna say, do you have a second for me on the Jimmy Butler thing?
Oh shit!
I don't.
We got to do it. Okay, here's the thing. Do we have to kick off with Jimmy, or can we go with games first?
Oh, no, we can get to games.
Yeah, because
just give me a second on Jimmy.
I definitely will. I 100% will. But this is the thing that I hate about sports media, y'all. And tell me if I'm wrong. They jump to the story that's drama, and then they wait to talk about or don't talk about the actual game. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Well, and specifically this year in the NBA, because for the folks that have actually been watching the NBA this year, it has actually been a fantastic NBA season.
Legitimately.
We got some unexpected teams at the top, but the basketball itself has been great.
It has. But yet, people keep hearing about numbers are low. And Joel Embiid don't want to play back-to-backs, so that's what they going with. You know, it's sad as shit. And
let's
sad. Because that's the narrative.
Let's say the quiet part out loud. The numbers are low because cable is not a thing anymore, for the most part. And there is also now no incentive for leagues to prioritize cable because these streaming services are giving them all the money they was looking for.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
It's a capitalistic society. The dollar is always going to win. And so, therefore, the consumer more than likely is either going to opt out of the product or they are going to pay a premium for a lesser product.
Yeah.
It's typically how it works.
Yeah.
You definitely don't see people like, man, I'm going home to watch the game like you used to.
Yeah. Because guess what? While I'm out, I'm checking the score.
Right.
I can stay tuned in.
Right.
I can lock in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter on somebody's app. Whenever that time comes, you don't have to be in front of a TV for the entirety of a game to see the results of a game play out.
You don't. I mean, and that's the age we live in. We can get anything we want right
and
then and there.
It's not even that though. I think
it's that.
I mean, it is that, but another part of it, just from people that I've spoken to, they're not entertained by it no more.
That's a big part of it.
You know what I'm saying? It's not entertaining as it was when we was coming up watching, Magic and Jordan and those guys.
Okay. What we're not about to do is go into that argument.
No, no. I'm saying it's the
Man.
truth though, because it's not as entertaining as it was.
So to that point though, I won't go the full step on that and saying basketball as a whole isn't more entertaining, because I do think there's a lot more skill in today's game just because guys have seen it play out longer. They can try new things. I will say, though, I absolutely believe basketball IQ is much lower right now than it has ever been.
It probably is. But I also think, like you said, the first thing Josh said, Rebel, was this has been a great season. It's been some really good games. If people aren't watching, I think people aren't watching because they're hearing that narrative over and over again. Because if you sit down, you're busy. You sometimes you catch highlights, or sometimes you catch a game, but you don't catch it as much as you want to. If you watched it more, you would see it. Hell, damn near every game the Celtics just played on their West Coast road trip was dope. I mean, what is it? Almost every game the Oklahoma City Thunder have played in the last 10 days, 15 days has been dope. Yeah. I mean, and some of them have been close, some of them have been dominant. It's just there is excellent basketball being played. It's just the narrative being pumped to them is stars aren't playing. And it's not good ball. And
okay, let me say this.
Last thing I want to say though, to what you said earlier, people don't find it as interesting as it used to be. Think about where you used to be when you're a child, teenager, or young 20s. You might consider that the best shit you. Matter of fact, hell, when I got to the early 2000s and when the Shaq and Kobe's league, I was like, this ain't. I miss the hoop, the basketball triangle for me, which is the holy basketball trinity: Magic, Larry, and Mike. I miss them three. Yeah. So but guess what? I was still watching.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do you guys watch television, right?
Yep.
Regular normal television, right? How many basketball commercials do you see?
No.
I see.
Wait now. Remember the feeling you would get when you would hear that that instrumental playing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basketball. It's
fantastic.
Oh, you mean NBA commercials?
There's not yeah, but there's in general, period. Just even to announce the upcoming game.
Yeah.
You don't there's none of that no more.
Oh no, Rebel. I totally disagree. Rebel, they will during games they have promotions for the next national game.
But I'm talking about if you're watching Elementary on Wednesday,
you'll see it.
No.
You don't think you'll see that commercial?
No.
Are you serious?
If you do see him, it's literally just a quick flash across the screen. This player in his jersey, this player in his jersey, this game comes on there. It ain't no interactive.
I would totally disagree with that because Abbott Elementary is on Disney, and Disney has the NBA. So why in the hell would they not promote their own product? I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all think
for real?
You definitely don't see it to the degree we used to.
You do not see it.
No,
Wow. That is crazy to me.
Say for instance, you watching your favorite TV sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
Like just grab one.
Is there one now though? There ain't one.
Neighbors, right? With Cedric the Entertainer. His show on ABC, right? Or CBS,
that
whatever.
Goofy shit. Yeah.
Say you're watching that and then just during commercial, you get the NBA logo, you know. And none of that is done.
Yeah. Okay, and you know what? I'll give you that, even though I disagree. Yeah. But this is what I know will change, right? In the next I say about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
What is it? Amazon is going to spend so much money promoting their package, and who's got the music back?
NBA on NBC.
Yeah, because NBA, the NBA has the NBC has the NBA back. Yeah. We're gonna hear the shit out of that John Test song.
And so look,
so damn much, man.
NBA is going back to NBC, and shout out to NBC for hiring a great analyst combo. They got, what's my man, Iron Eagle's son. I'm forgetting his name. Noah Eagle.
No, he's
Noah
dope.
Eagle.
Yep.
Dope. And they got Dwayne Wade. If y'all heard them during the Olympics, perfect two to have on them big NBA games. Because you got a guy in Dwayne Wade that's played recently enough to where He's been in wars with some of these guys you still gonna see on TV. He's also played in a recent enough era to not be hypercritical of everything that these guys do and understand it a little bit more
Good call.
in the broader scheme of today's game. So I love that that's the crew that they got. Also, you're gonna have, I think, Taylor Rooks, Dirk Nowitzki, and Blake Griffin on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
So they're gonna
Yeah,
have a
I
dope
saw
crew,
that.
too.
And Wade is a champion too, by the way, y'all. He's a champion and Hall of Famer. Like shit. And so is Dirk. Wow. Okay.
So you're gonna have pretty dope crews on those shows, and then I guess the TNT crew I guess is moving to ESPN.
Now, see, that's the thing. Well, I did not see this conversation happening today, but we're here. What is it? I'm still happy. This is the most amazing thing. They're still going to be around. Praise God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not losing NBA on TNT. We're not losing inside the NBA, but we're going to lose NBA on TNT. What it is they're just still going to produce a show in Atlanta, and they're going to sell it to ESPN or whoever buys it.
Yeah,
Probably, I think ESPN.
But see,
ESPN's going to buy it.
My only problem with that is
What?
we're going to I have no problem with the TNT crew.
Yeah.
No problem. Obviously, we want to see the inside the NBA crew for as long as we can see them.
Yeah.
My problem is I think ESPN is going to be a lot more censored and a lot less free.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's not going to be the same show. At least I would love for ESPN to prove me wrong.
Right.
But that's just
Right.
my initial thought
Right.
when I hear that. I think
Right.
ESPN is going to overproduce it, and it's not going to be the same show.
I think I totally get why he would say that point, and that makes sense because the way ESPN has looked recently, they look like they ultra Republican. You know what I'm saying? They really placating to that side, but they're also letting.
I never tripped off of that.
Yeah, but they're also letting their people say more and do more because McAfee has a lane that nobody has had at ESPN since Levitard left, and then Shannon and Coon Smith, they get to do a lot more now.
Yeah,
and say a lot more shit. Now, are they saying anything that's controversial or anything that's going to push the narrative forward for black folks? Hell no. But they're saying they're doing more stuff. But this is what I think, right? Reason why I hope Disney doesn't do that, because they've been chasing that inside the NBA product for years. They've always wanted that pregame, halftime, and postgame show. They tried to copy it. The closest they had to it was Beetle, Truth, and Jalen Rose, and them three were fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like they had it with them three, and then got rid of Miss Beetle because Braun started to hate.
Well, and then they also, for some reason, got rid of Jalen Rose.
Which was trash. So, I mean,
I hear that a lot about dude. Like, he be hating on a lot.
He does,
shit,
bro. He does. He wields his power. He wields his power in a way that that you've never seen a superstar wield it before in the NBA and maybe in professional sports. And he wields it in a way where it's detrimental to people. And it's people that, because he's sensitive. He's sensitive. Yeah, but here's the thing.
But has it come from like them criticizing parts of his game?
Yeah, criticizing him and his game. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Right.
Yeah, I think the response from him comes in some form of, this is like a negative implications to like my character and stuff like that. When essentially all it is they told you took the wrong shots, you didn't make the right plays, and you didn't like how it sounded. So,
right.
Same way we didn't like our parents' tone, and we doing the same thing when we talk about it.
Exactly. That's it. Like he get mad. He's mad over people telling him shit that he needs to hear. Like that's literally what it is. All right. So here's the thing. Damn thing. I didn't want to talk about drama, and we just jumped into it instead of talking about game. So we're gonna talk about game. What did y'all think of the Celtics road trip? Because they went 4-1 on it. They played the best teams in the West. They played a super, and then they go 4-1 on it. Only team they lose to was OKC, which to me, right now looks like the best team in the NBA. Like, good God, they look unstoppable. The only thing I think about with them is they don't have any veteran leadership. So when the playoffs come, how are they going to be able to handle that? But I was proud of how I don't understand how they can lose to a Sacramento team at home after doing all that, winning on the road. But then that Sacramento team has been nuclear hot since they fired Mike Brown. Yeah. So
this is also why I have to remind people about Mike Brown. I've cracked jokes on Mike Brown a better part of the last 2 years because one, the man, it was a random press conference on a Wednesday in November, and I'm pretty sure you replied to me when I tweeted this out. But he comes out, he's pissed off because people hadn't been talking about De'Aaron Fox as an MVP candidate. Yeah. Fast forward to April, they haven't made the playoffs, and De'Aaron Fox is having one of the best seasons of his career. Mm-hmm. worried about the wrong shit, Mike Brown. First of all.
Second
of all, you're supposed to be a defensive coach. They never played defense any of the time he was in Sacramento.
They didn't.
They are red hot right now.
Defense was a little bit better last year, though. It was a little bit better. No. Their defense, I think, was a lot better than it was this season, last year. It could have been better, but I'm sorry, Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I think their defense last year, because last year, look, they made it to the damn playoffs. You know what I mean? But keep going.
Yeah, so don't work out. Doug Christie, I guess, is the interim head coach out there now. And for whatever reason, the switch flipped. They are night and day different from how they were playing under Mike Brown. De'Aaron Fox, of course, we know he's a star. Domantas Sabonis is doing ridiculous things night in and night out. Dog.
Man, can I tell y'all what his do you know what his stat line was against us?
Did he have something like 26 or 27 boards?
Bruh, you damn near right there, Rebel. Sabonis against us the other night in Boston had 23 points and
23 points.
28 boards. Wait, I got it. What is it? 28 boards.
Yeah,
what is this? Last person to do that in Boston? Moses Malone.
He was 28.
Moses fucking Malone.
28, 3 and 23.
Huh?
He was 28, 3 and 23.
Yeah. I mean, that's a ridiculous. And Porzingis was playing.
Yeah,
that was sad. Like, yo, KP, get your ass down on that fucking block and get some goddamn boards. But Sabonis is clowning. But this is one thing I wanted. Look, no, I'm happy for them. No, I'm happy for the Sacramento Kings because you had to get rid of Mike Brown. I don't know if you've been People Rebel, but Mike Brown, not only did he do that in the press conference, Price, do you remember when he said in a press conference and said the same word 27 times? Yeah, man. He said over and over and over. He's talking about how you have to play consistently and you have to do it over and over and over. Or another. I think it was either another. He said the word another or other. He said that word 27 times. The dude is annoying as shit. I've never seen him coach a team like he's been on superstar teams and has won with them. He played with LeBron in Cleveland and was on Golden State. Of course, he got championships, but look who he's played with. When he got with a team where he actually had to do some work, he made Sacramento better, and I give him props for that. But I think people get sick of his coaching style. He placates to one dude in the De'Aaron Fox, and he doesn't. He pushes the shit out of him, but then he tries to push everybody else like that. And you can't push everybody else like that. The only reason I'm saying that is because I read this in reports of people that cover the Kings. So I'm just saying, I'm glad they got rid of him, and I'm so happy for Doug Christie. I love Doug Christie. I've been a fan of Doug Christie since he played for the Kings, and this is why it's working for him. He's been on that staff. Do you know they were going to hire him before they hired Mike Brown?
Yeah,
they were gonna.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? They were going to hire dude, but they went with Mike Brown because that was the name. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
experience,
exactly.
Shit,
And the thing that Doug Christie said when this dude said it, I got low-key goosebumps. The motherfucker said, and this come out of his mouth, this was a report when he got the job. He said, I feel like we have unfinished business here in Sacramento as the Kings, what we need to do in this city. Yeah. This motherfucker talking about back in 2000, in the early 2000s when they got fucked by the fucking fakers. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the NBA fucked them over. Like, he's still thinking about, I love that. Man, that got me geeked as shit. Like, let's go, Doug. Like that, they like the beam again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm hyped for the Kings because they got some shit going once again, and it's because Doug motherfucking Christie. And they're doing all this with Fox on the bench. Fox ain't played in not near a game. He been hurt. Yeah. He ain't played in not near a game. So what's that tell you, De'Aaron? How about you stop going 1,000 miles per hour and leaving your fucking teammates behind you? Because that's all he does. That's all he does, y'all. He goes 100 miles an hour and he leaves his teammates behind him. Even Ja has figured out, I can go 1,000, but I still got to hand off. I still got to get other people involved. Right, like, Ja will do that with his immature ass. But De'Aaron, bloom, like, what the
Nah. He got one.
His game
he got one speed. With Now they had the trade rumors about him. I think he probably is gonna stay put for now. But that's a name.
That owner loves him. That owner worships him.
I would still keep an eye on that situation.
You wouldn't keep him?
Hell no.
Wow. What would you do?
I'd figure out something. I would trade him though.
Wow. Why would you ship him?
I mean, just because of the reasons that you stated.
Yeah.
Like, even that type of play, that's selfish.
It is.
That's selfish as hell, bro.
And to be honest, I mean, you've had him. De'Aaron Fox is like year 7 or 8.
He been there for a minute.
So
he been there for a minute.
It's not like you've done so much winning with him that you can't.
Right. Like, you're not losing anything by letting him go.
And to be honest, you can probably, because you are Sacramento, get a lot more for him than what he probably is worth.
Preach.
Especially now with how it's going to be a lot harder for teams to make moves on the trade market and free agency with the CBA and stuff.
I 100% agree with y'all. But if I'm number one, it's not gonna happen because, like I said, that owner, I can't say that brother's name because he's some Indian billionaire dude. He is in love with De'Aaron Fox. He loves it. Shit, he thinks that dude walks on water. So he is not going anywhere. But I would definitely do it. But if I was him, I would be 50-50 because if I can hone him and get him to remember his teammates late in games instead of trying to be effing Superman or GOAT, because you're good, but you're neither one of them. If I could get you to do that late in games instead of just going 1,000 miles per hour or just remembering your teammates throughout the game, if I can get you to do that, then they would have that closer they need in him. So that's the only reason I wouldn't get rid of him. That's the only reason.
You still got some small roster issues you got to figure out.
Yeah.
In Sacramento, like
you definitely do.
What is Keegan Murray gonna do? Like, is he going to continue to grow, or is he gonna kind of stay at this level he's been at, where he's gonna give you a couple threes a night, some light rebounding, and that's it?
Send his ass to the Lakers.
Who? De'Aaron?
Send his ass to the Lakers.
Talking about De'Aaron? Oh Lord, don't do that. You do that. That might be a piece they need. That might be a piece they need for real.
Send his ass to the Lakers.
Oh my. Don't do that. And Keegan Murray, I think his game has been right there, and I think it's going to go up a tick because these last few games he's hit crucial threes that they've needed to win those games. So I give him their props. What do y'all think? I threw it out there earlier, so I'm just going to say it right now. And Celtics, I want to see y'all be second in the league. I mean, you ain't got to be number one, but just get above OKC. And how? Fuck it. Let's just throw it out. Let's just cut through the bullshit. Who's better, y'all, Cleveland or OKC?
So.
And did y'all see the game? Did y'all watch the game earlier this week?
I watched the game.
Rebel. See, Rebel ain't Rebel.
I watched the game Wednesday.
He ain't watched not near a lick.
How you know?
Okay, give me some.
How you know what I watched and didn't watch?
Shit, tell me.
I mean, record-wise, Cleveland is doing better than them.
There you go.
But I don't think they're a better team than OKC.
You don't think so? Mm-hmm. Okay. Why you say that?
I just don't. I don't think. Nah. If I had to put my money on it, I'm putting my money on OKC over them. And I've never really been an OKC fan, but what I've been seeing lately out of OKC, I've been liking.
Even with Cleveland just beating them earlier this week,
I think the thing that people have to understand about Oklahoma City too, they're doing all this, and Chet Holmgren is coming back. Ain't like shut down for the season. Chet will be back at some point, I believe, within like the next month or two.
Right.
And to be honest, if Chet Holmgren is playing in that game against Cleveland that we just saw on Wednesday, they probably win that game.
You think so?
Yeah, because Evan Mobley was killing them, and right now Hartenstein's the only real big that they can trust in their rotation.
Yeah.
If you got him and Chet out there, it's probably his.
Yeah.
It's probably
this is the thing, right? This is me with it. This is what my takeaway from the game was. I don't fear neither one of them. I really don't.
Well, if you're
Celtics, I don't fear neither one of them.
As a Celtics, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but we've lost to both of them. We've lost to both of them already.
Yeah, but we just saw y'all sweep them in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now, if it come down to the money, Celtics gonna get in their ass.
Yeah.
Like,
ain't no doubt about it.
I think the Celtics showed us everything we needed to see from them in May and June last year, to where we know everything before April this year is just.
You would think that, and that's what I'm at. But there's a lot of they ain't play nobody. They didn't beat nobody. Everybody they played was hurt. Like.
I mean,
so
you can nitpick that though with just about every title run, with the exception of a handful.
You literally can.
Everybody gets the benefit of injury luck. Everybody gets a few bounces that go their way that might not have otherwise done that. It's all part of the growth and the journey. Like, it's all part of that.
Right.
It's a lot of should've, could've, would've teams. Sometimes the better team just so happen to get lucky breaks because they are better. They're in the right positions to do this at the right time because they prepared to do so.
Right.
Luck, yes, because of how a bounce may go and all that, but Celtics had a better player in every series they played last year.
Yeah. I think they had the better team.
Yeah,
they had the straight better team.
what were you supposed to do against a starting lineup of Derek White, Drew Holiday, the two J's, and Kristaps Porzingis?
Like, for real.
What was you supposed to do?
You're not good. You're not doing a goddamn thing, and especially when you got these are the underrated dudes still with this team, even though they both were on the fucking Olympic team. So hoopers know, but like the casual fan does not, and even some supposedly basketball aficionados don't even know. Yeah. When you got Drew Holiday and Derek White cooking, nobody's fucking with it. Nobody's fucking. That's the reason why we lost to goddamn Sacramento at home, because Drew, I think, had like 5 points. No, I'm sorry. Drew had like 5 points. White had 3. And that's not typical for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So those are our underrated dudes that nobody's gonna be able to mess with. But here's the thing, right? I don't know if y'all have seen the Knicks here recently, because they were ticking up, and now it's kind of. They on the other side of that roller coaster. What y'all think about these young Knicks?
Don't ask me shit. No, don't ask me shit. Because I said that before.
You
I
did
said that a couple weeks ago.
You did,
and you was like, "You gonna go like that against your own home team?" I said, "Just give it a minute." I said, "History." You can rewind the tapes. I said, "History shows."
I think you did.
History shows that they will rise on the incline, and then they just gonna drop. I said this. He like, wow, you hard on him. I ain't hard on him. I know what reality is. It's the reality. I said that.
For real.
I said that.
Wow. Okay.
Now, 4 shows later, he like, oh, man. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
He said the actual number of episodes.
Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Now you get what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I do, and I love that Yankee snapback, by the way. I hate snapbacks, but you be having some fresh-ass snapbacks. I got to give it to you on that. What is it? Yeah. But I still got a different opinion. What say you, Mr. Price?
So, I ain't gonna lie. I watched a lot of the Knicks this year, and while I like the Knicks,
He got me on that one.
I still feel this is gonna end for them the same way it always does, where it's like we're going to have very high expectations at one point, and they're going to be too high for them to reach, and then the jokes are gonna.
Now he doing the Hogan ear. He doing the Hogan ear. I am a real American. Pfeiffer was right.
But the reason I say that specifically is
this motherfucker doing the Hogan ear. Fuck you, Hogan, by the way. You're a piece of shit. But anyway, that was funny.
Yes, that shit is hilarious right there.
I gotta make that a clip.
But the reason I say this about the Knicks is I think as we get deeper into the season, especially get into playoff series where they're going to have to see the likes of maybe even Joel Embiid if he's healthy and playing, or just consistent front lines that aren't scared of Karl Anthony Towns, you're going to need a level of toughness in the post and in the paint on defense and on like getting offensive boards, things like that. I don't know if Karl going to have it the whole year.
You don't think so?
He's been playing just incredibly.
He has.
He's been incredible.
He has.
But it's I heard my man Bomani Jones say this. He thinks of Karl Anthony Towns the same way he thinks of Sam Darnold, and everybody thinks that Sam Darnold is just this brand new quarterback, and actually no, he's just playing really well right now. But when it counts the most, he's gonna show up and be the same person again.
Wow!
And I've never thought, but that was spot on.
That's a diss. That's a diss record right there. He compares Sam. He said Cat is the Sam Darnold of the NBA. Not in the world?
Specifically in terms of whole career.
Wow.
In terms of what we think of these players right now, because if you think of what we've seen from Sam Darnold this football season only.
Yeah.
Only this football season. You look around like, damn, Sam Darnold might be a top 10, top 8 quarterback.
He about to get paid like one.
But when you just needed him to win you the division last week, what was he? The same Darnold. He's
That's
the same old dude.
I'll be honest with you, and just to talk about that game, because I had money on the Vikes. I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? But I really think that was Detroit's fucking defense. Aaron Glenn had them motherfuckers clicking. They were... And them balls that Darnold was throwing were good balls. They weren't wobbly. He was getting out of the pocket. Now, sometimes he took too long to throw, but I thought he played decent. It's just motherfuckers wasn't catching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that Detroit defense, fam, like, well, why Aaron ain't getting more jobs, more calls for interviews?
I think actually the Lions, they might lose both of their coordinators this offseason.
You think so?
If Ben Johnson decides he wants to leave this year, I think Aaron Glenn is probably going to get offered the Saints head coaching job.
He need to. I doubt it, though, but we're going to get in the NFL. Go ahead.
So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I think both of those coordinators leave for the Lions.
You think so?
Yeah.
I just, what is it? Damn, what was it?
We was on the Knicks.
Yeah, we was on the Knicks.
I'll bring this back for us. But yes, the same way that certain people may feel like Sam Darnold is going to turn into his old self when it matters the most.
Yeah.
We could run that risk with the Knicks.
Yeah.
What I seen last year and so far this year, Jalen Brunson, of course, is still enough of a player to maybe overcome that, but it might be around the corner for him.
I think Cat has been playing great ball though, so that's why I can't. That's why that Sam Darnold comparison was kind of a diss. But Sam has been good this year, but Cat has been playing great ball this season, and he's got a sore knee. I think it may need to rest, and he's trying to play through it. To me, Rebel, and I know what you were saying earlier, and you're right, but also too, I think the Knicks are not done. You know what I'm saying? I see the Knicks ceiling. No shit. I still see it as this, and y'all may not believe me. Eastern Conference Finals. I think their ceiling is Eastern. Huh?
When?
This year.
You a bet man? What you got on?
Man, say win.
Yo, I see.
You're a bet man. What you got on it?
Caveat. This is my caveat. Mm-hmm. If Tibbs don't run them into the ground, and if they are 100%,
he ain't hear it. Say it again.
And if they are mostly healthy, because they ain't gonna be no 100%, but if they are mostly healthy and they coach don't run them into the ground, I see that being their ceiling. I just do.
So let me ask you this then, Mr.
But hold on, I want to see Rebel what you, because you know what I'm saying. What you think about that?
I just said you a betting man. What you got on it? I don't see it happening.
I got a cool $10 on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the faith you got.
I got about $10 worth of faith.
Mustard seed. It's Sunday.
Hey, a mustard seed could grow into a mustard plant. Yeah,
you just talked a $20,000 scratch off worth of shit, and you only gonna bet $10. You only gonna bet $10, but just talk $20,000 scratch off worth of shit.
I want the Knicks team. I want the Knicks to be good, man. I want the Knicks to be good, and I want them to be not on the Celtics level, but I want them to be good. I've been a low-key fan of the Knicks since back in the day, dog. Since Pat got there.
Listen, I was a Knicks fan since Ewing was there, and the whole nine. I've always rooted for the Knicks. I've always been hurt. I've always been let down.
They'll do that to you.
But I've always rooted for them. Even though, I've always had my other team.
Word.
But, yeah, like I told you, I think, I don't know, man. I see them. I don't think they're going to make it past the second round.
Wow. I can see why you said, well, past the second round would be the conference final.
Well, not the conference finals.
Yeah, it would be.
After
the second round conference final.
A lot of people thought that they could be the what's the phrase, the thorn in the side of the Celtics last year, and they couldn't get there.
That's true.
Indiana only saw y'all in the conference finals because the Knicks couldn't get it done. So
yep. And Indy ain't have shit for us.
Hell no, especially not without Halliburton.
I hear y'all. I just that's where I'm at with the Knicks. But here's the other thing. I got it since we there. Bucks. Because all that shit we talked about Doc Rivers and all that hate that Doc had to deal with, and all it as dysfunctional as it, not dysfunctional, it didn't look dysfunctional. It just looked pathetic last year, and like they didn't know which way was up and this, that, and the third because they didn't. And it started off exactly that same way this season, but these cats have turned it around. What's Milwaukee's ceiling? What y'all think with them?
I mean, whenever you got Giannis, especially the way he playing right now, you can go win the East.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah, I got faith in the boy. I think he can carry him.
Yeah,
you do.
As long as he has that support, that little support that he needs, I think he can take him.
So where y'all got them going? What's the highest they going this year?
So
Yeah, you talking about putting money up? Come on, Rebel, don't get quiet now.
you know what? I'll put it on wax.
Yeah.
I'll put Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got them in. Okay,
Because
okay.
of the season that
Okay.
Giannis is having, and I think that you've seen it long enough now with him and Dame to where I have confidence that those two can make it happen in a clutch moment. To be honest, the only team that I would trust more late in games than them would be Boston.
Wow, you put them that good in the East.
Because
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Knicks, we saw them come up short last year. The Magic are still young. We got to see what it looks like.
Oh, the Magic is hurt. The Magic were dope.
Well, Paolo came back this weekend.
Oh yeah, Paolo does come back.
Franz will probably be maybe another month and a half.
I thought Franz wasn't coming back. He won't come back till next year.
Oh no! From what I heard, it's the same. Him and Paolo had the same injury.
Oh.
It was oblique.
Oh,
So
okay.
He'll be back at some point.
Ooh, Orlando gonna be tough if they make it to that. Oh my
but
goodness.
they still young.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
Orlando
I
good,
said, I saw Giannis put up 50 in a we gotta have it game at the crib to win a chip.
Yeah.
So until I see somebody knock him off, I'm always going to believe that if you put him in one of the moments, he can rise up to the occasion.
I believe that.
Boston's still the better overall team,
Of course.
but anytime Giannis on the court, he the best player on the court.
Yeah. Well, you agree with that, Rebel?
I totally agree.
Okay.
I totally agree. Yeah. So yeah. So when you say put your money up,
Yeah.
that's all right. I just went and bought a new freak jersey the other day. So
Oh, you a big Giannis dude.
no, I just like the jersey.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
It was a dope jersey.
Yeah.
It don't even look. Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, but I like him as a player.
Yeah.
And I mean, boy's a monster, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he get in that mode and it, like, you know, if it's on the line,
Yeah.
he's gonna show up.
Also, shout out to Doc for getting him to stop shooting threes. Seriously though, if you look at the numbers, he does not shoot them.
I didn't know he was shooting
He
that
does
many.
not shoot
yeah.
them. What he has done though,
Yeah.
to Giannis's credit, just how hard he works.
Yeah, talk
he
about
has
it.
found a mid-range
There
shot,
it is.
yeah.
Yup.
that
Yup.
not only can he
Yup.
pull up, but
Yup.
if you really start trying to play up on that mid-range, he gonna dump the pass off. You see it now. He averaging like 6 assists. Like
Yo.
he not afraid to find cutters. He's going to make better basketball plays now than he was even a year or two ago. So shout out to Doc for getting that out because of course we all knew he was out there shooting, quote unquote, trying to get better at it.
Right.
But I mean, shooting 25% from three ain't helping nobody.
You ain't never lied. Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you wanna bet on it?
So you go.
Dad.
put on
Oh,
table.
okay. How much
Yeah.
you trying to bet?
Whatever.
No, I'm good. I believe it. Milwaukee good. And this is the one thing. That's the thing that that a lot of people was worried about, basketball people. It's like shit that we worry about with Webby. When Webby figures it out, it's gonna be a problem in that league.
Well,
and
shit, I was
Giannis,
gonna say he ain't got that much longer.
yeah, I know. 'Cause, yeah, you ain't some of the shit he doing is fucking crazy.
I don't
with
know if
Wemby.
anybody else watched him on Christmas.
Bruh. But what I
So what you don't think they're gonna do with him?
huh?
Wemby? Mm-hmm. Oh, just you wait. The test for it was this year.
Put
with
more
Chris
people
Paul.
around
Yeah.
him. Shit.
So they went and got Chris Paul this offseason. This is, okay, we're going to get you some veteran help, see what it looks like with some of the guys we're on the roster. Next year is full go.
Yeah.
Next year is full go.
Yeah.
You've seen them, I don't think Miami is going to trade Jimmy again. We'll save Jimmy for later. But
He getting traded.
I think he's getting
He
traded.
definitely
He's
getting
outta there.
traded.
so
He getting the hell
one
out
of the
of
teams
there.
that came up late that was a kind of surprise team was the Spurs.
Uh-huh.
Ain't gonna lie, you throw Jimmy and Chris Paul next to Wemby right now, they can get in the playoffs.
Maybe so. Okay, but hold on. Let me say this before I do. Let me finish my
That's where they should
Milwaukee
send
point.
De'Aaron to the Heat.
Say what? Wow, there you go. They should be working on that right the
They
hell
should
now.
send him
But I'm
to the
telling
Heat.
you, telling you, that's what we want. That's what you want. The owner is never going for that. He ain't going for that. But I'm telling. And number one, why would you? Anyway, let me finish. Let me finish my Milwaukee point. I think the thing that's scary with Giannis, like I talking about when Wemby figures it out, we were basketball fans knew, and people that watch this game, when Giannis figures out how to have that mid range with his size and length and strength. It's gonna be sick. Like I saw him do a spin fadeaway on was it the Pacers? It was somebody on the NBA Cup. When I saw that, I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit. Like this dude did a back down and he spinned out of it with a fadeaway and it was nothing but net. It wasn't a struggle. So I'm just like, oh shit. So that's where I'm at with Milwaukee. I totally see them. I can see them in the Eastern Conference Finals as well. probably definitely if you had to put money on, I put money on Milwaukee over the Knicks making it. But the San Antonio thing, I don't think Jimmy would be a good fit there. The reason why is I think Jimmy would slow down their offense. Let's just keep it, man. Jimmy ain't been good since they went to the finals, y'all. Like he really hadn't. And then real talk, he ain't been good since that the Knicks series in that playoff. But because he was really good, he hurt himself in one of them games, and then he had to take a game off, and then he came back and played. But all this motherfucker do now is pump fakes at the thing in layups. That's all he do. Like I don't fuck a Jimmy Butler. Not fuck Jimmy. It's just if Jimmy put as much work into his goddamn game as he do into that overpriced fucking coffee, he'd be better. He'd be better.
And
like
that hair.
And his hair, like all that shit every year at the press day, and you doing that weird ass shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's also be honest about
shit.
This.
Lame as a fuck.
Jimmy's feelings was hurt that Pat Riley called him out at the end of the year press conference last year. And all Pat Riley did was all we know Pat Riley to ever do is keep shit real.
That's what he do. That's what Pat do.
Pat kept it real.
That's why we fuck with Pat. Pat Riley is
real
the shit.
LeBron. What makes you think you're an exception, Jimmy
Thank you. And you ain't one shit.
So, to Pat's point, you were out there talking shit on the bench and you couldn't suit up, keep your mouth shut. Mm-hmm. His feelings was hurt. Jimmy had just lost his dad. He was going through some shit. We'll give him a pass on that.
He missed damn near all of that season. And the season when he's missed so many games since he's been a Heat player.
Well, even just in his entire career, look at how many seasons Jimmy didn't play all 82. It's not that many. Yeah. I promise you that.
Yep.
But
Chicago.
The thing with Jimmy is he has to understand, and most players don't realize this because they're not wired to think this way. You are more valuable to the Heat than you are anybody else. Mm-hmm. If they don't want to pay you, unfortunately, you're probably not getting the payday that you deserve.
And that's it right there. It ain't got nothing to do with Pat Riley calling him out. He's just mad because he's not going to get his little, what is it, like 52 million?
I think the 51 extension that was rumored that I saw was 2 years, 120.
No, it's not even that. I think it's that that next year. It's that.
So he has a player option right now for 52.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is he knows that if he opts into that, he's essentially turning himself into a trade piece.
Yeah. Or a free agent. Yeah.
Expiring deal. Either they're going to trade me and I don't have any leverage because I'm going to have to end this contract somewhere.
Right.
Or I'm going to try to get a long-term deal and they don't want to sign me to it.
Right. And why, if I'm Pat Riley. And Rebel, maybe you can help me out with this. Mm-hmm. Why in the shit would I want to pay you next season, your final year of your deal, $52 million, when you haven't? Only thing you've done, you've gotten me to 2 NBA finals. Now, granted, that one in 2020, it wasn't his fault. Because they did not have enough. They barely had enough to get past us in Boston. And when they got to that damn final, man, your team ran all over them like they was a goddamn early 2000 Lakers. Like it was.
It's just as simple as being a liability versus an asset.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Because at this point, you're a liability. You're not an asset to the team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just that simple. I wouldn't want to pay you shit neither.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
Even if it was drama free. Even if it was drama-free, when Jimmy Butler has been healthy the last couple seasons, they still haven't been good enough to win shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's call it what it is.
Mm-hmm. And
they lucked into that finals against Denver because they caught the Celtics at the right time. Let's call it what it is.
They did.
They caught the Knicks at the right time, the series before that, and they started the playoffs, I believe, by playing the Hawks. Perfect windstorm for you to get to the finals.
And also, too, I'll push back a little bit on the reason why they beat those teams that they had to beat in the playoffs. But the thing with the Celtics in that Eastern Conference final, the Celtics beat themselves. The Celtics should have never. They lost didn't they go down 0-2?
They went down.
They went down 0-3. Like you had no business in that, and you had home court the entire motherfucking series. Like no, so there was the Celtics did that shit to themselves. They didn't catch nobody. They played themselves.
So even with that, you look at it. Okay, so we got to the finals in the bubble. We got to the finals in a series where we almost blew a 3-0 lead.
23.
So. If I'm Pat Riley, I'm looking at it and I'm saying that, okay, full strength, everybody else, we ain't got enough. Mm-hmm. And even if I pay Jimmy right now, we're still not going to have enough because we ain't got no money to pay nobody else.
But see, that's also, they knew that this deal was on the table. You knew how much you had to pay, dude. But guess what? You know what they've done in the meantime? Trying to revamp that team and put something around Hero and Bam and Jimmy? Not a fucking thing. Well, they've lived off of Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. They lived off of them type dudes.
Let's also say the other quiet part out loud. They had all their eggs in the Damian Lillard basket and
Yeah.
Portland sent him to Milwaukee instead of Miami.
I'm so props to Portland for that, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank
that's all
you.
it was.
Yeah,
they thought that entire offseason that
Thank
Damian
you.
Lillard was on the way, and it turns out
Because he was.
Yeah.
Because he was.
And shout out to, like you said, to Portland for saying, hey, look, we're not just going to send you absolutely where you want to go.
Right.
We got to make this make sense for us. They didn't want Tyler Hero. They didn't want the other, like, Duncan. They didn't want that shit.
Yeah,
Like, it is what it is. So
I got to say this, too, about Portland. I want to and I hear you. What else you got with Jimmy? Is that it?
my thing with Jimmy is just play, bro. Just play. You can't pull a James Harden.
Rebel singing is it?
James Harden went out there in Houston a few years back and was overweight, out of shape, and slugged his way through 7 games. And they got so fed up, they were like,
Brooklyn.
Look, just go.
Yeah,
Just go.
Yeah.
You're not good enough as a trade piece for us to just bow down to whatever you want to ask for. And we
Not
also
young enough either.
can tread water without you the same way we're going to tread water with you. Sit at home then.
Yeah.
Either play or don't, but you can't sit here like the Miami Heat have wronged you because they're looking at it realistically and saying, we got to look out for the long-term future of our team, and Jimmy Butler ain't it.
That ain't going to happen, though.
What ain't going to happen?
What do you say? Him just get out there and play?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do that.
It's not.
He too caught E2 in his body.
He is.
E2 in his body about the situation.
He
So
is.
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. When you get on a mic and say, I've lost the joy to play basketball here,
Yeah.
that's some bold shit.
Yeah.
And the team you talking shit has won the last, I think, 3 games without you.
Well, and they're above 500, and I think what Jimmy Butler's played like a handful of games.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. All right, so last basketball one before we get to these NFL playoffs. Did anybody see Ja versus Ant-Man last night?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that I saw the highlights of that. What a game! I got it recorded. I'm literally gonna go back and watch that fucking game, even though I know the outcome.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it because I recorded it, so I want to go back and watch it.
Okay, bet.
Y'all, look.
I know. Like, give me some. Give me some.
If Ja never got into the trouble with the gun situation, we would still be talking about him at the same level that we talk about or kind of root for the Anthony Edwards thing to take off.
Preach. That's facts.
Ja is incredible, bro. Like, the things he's able to do, and like you said earlier, he's found a way to slow down and save himself for those clutch moments where before he would run himself dry quarters 1 through 3 and then not have it late in the game. Now, man, just move out of his way, give him the ball, and watch the show. That's all it is. And Memphis, I gave out a bet at the beginning of the season. It's not gonna hit. So it's not like I predicted anything crazy, but one of the bets that I liked coming into the season was.
I thought you placed it. I wish you placed it.
Well, no. So one of the bets I liked coming into the season, if you were going to try to make a bet against OKC just running away with the West, one of the bets I liked was Memphis for the 1 seed. And it's not going to play out that way.
It ain't.
But right now they're a top 3 seed and knocking right on Houston's door for number 2 because they're going to take the regular season seriously. You have a superstar in Ja, and those other guys have now played enough without Ja that they are comfortable in their roles, whether he's in the lineup or not.
Right.
So they have a team tailor-made to get through the regular season. Now, whether or not they're able to turn that into something serious come playoff time, we still got to see it. But I think as far as regular season teams go, they're going to be one of the best teams in the West.
What you say, Rebel?
I became a fan of them, like seriously, and mainly because of Ja. You know what I mean? I wasn't, be honest, I wasn't checking for Memphis at all.
Nobody.
I'm talking about at all.
Straight up.
But
Well, no, I like Memphis. I went to their game when they were still when they were still the Grindhouse.
nah, I ain't never. I've never.
I like that team. You talking about a good team when they had Marcus Saul and Tony Allen and Mike Conley.
Yeah.
That was a good ass team, Rebel. Like,
Yeah, that was a good team, but I just never.
no, that's cool. That's cool.
Never
Keep going.
been that guy. But damn, where was I going? What was the question? again?
Ja, like Ja got you sucked into the Grizzlies.
Yeah. And like he said, like I think without Ja, that team is lost.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know how. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think without Ja, that team is lost.
Yeah,
And
they
he
definitely
brings.
aren't able to. That's not something like I wouldn't expect them to go win no playoff series with Ja. They can make it through a hand.
They are totally different. They play at a different caliber when he's on the court.
Oh, yeah,
You know what
definitely.
I mean? And he brings that out of everybody.
He does.
So I root for him.
I liked it. I really like that team. Like I said, to me, outside of the second team I've been to see the most besides Chicago in this area is Memphis because they're the closest to us. Mm-hmm. I've been down to Memphis twice for a game. I'm definitely gonna go some more. And I was going before Ja was even there. Yeah. The thing that pissed me off about Ja was his immaturity when he first came, and even last season before he got hurt, and the show off aspect of his game. He was on fucking Karl Malone mailman type shit, just always just doing this bullshit and da 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 da. I never liked that. And the thing that really pissed me off about Ja, the way he would throw his body around, just reckless as fuck, just because you can, just because you have the athletic ability of GOAT Russell Westbrook. And shit, almost look like Vince Carter a little bit, when you out there, you got to mix it in. So you just throw your body in the air against goddamn Bron and the motherfucking in the playoffs against the Fakers a year before last.
AI was doing the same thing.
But AI did not get up that high. AI did not get up that high. This man gets up high.
So high that it's dangerous for him.
Dangerous as shit. Like my man hits it. I never saw AI close to hitting his head on the backboard. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ja does that shit. Used to do it daily. And the thing that really pissed me off in that playoff series year before last against the Fakers, this dude got up so fucking high, threw himself up there. Bron landed on his head. And it wasn't Bron's fault at all. It's just the way their bodies came down. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He's kind of chilled with that because he made a statement that let you know he's chill on it. He said, "I'm not dunking anymore." You know what I'm saying? He straight said that. Now, of course, he's dunked since then. You know what I'm saying? But what I saw last night and what I've seen in different games after he hurt himself again this year, is that he's realized I cannot throw my body around like a fucking rag doll. Yeah. And I get it because when you're young and immature, you think you bulletproof, and we all thought that. And shit, I can jump 7 feet. Might as well do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you ain't got to jump. You could just jump 5 or hand that mug off. You know what I mean? Just hand it off real quick. Just do it like that. And I'm proud of him. I hope they keep doing it because that Memphis team could be a problem if Zach Edey can keep up with that speed, with that style of play they play, because they play so fast. They will be dope. And somebody who's consistently underrated on that team, and I don't understand why, because this cat makes them good Rebel when Ja ain't there, Jared Jackson Jr. That dude, he's got the ugliest fucking shot. Like, it's
Cartwright shit.
It's work. Yeah. Preach. That's exactly what the fuck I was thinking. It's just as ugly, if not dumber than Cartwright. But the bitch goes in. It goes in. And he's so big. Dude is goddamn, 6'10"? Busting this? And will take you to the cup. Like, Jared Jackson is the most slept on cat in the NBA. He better be a fucking all-star this year. Damn, I meant to vote the other day because the other day votes were counted for 3. Damn it, I meant to do that. But I'm voting for him again because that dude is cold-blooded and he keeps Memphis afloat. So Memphis, keep doing your thing, and Ja, look for your people. I mean, you got Luke Kennard out there busting Bane. They got shooters. Like, they are.
Memphis still got a trade they can make if they wanted to also.
Who would you trade?
Who? You can trade. I think Luke Kennard is on an expiring deal. I've seen that they may trade Marcus Smart. I don't necessarily.
Oh God! Oh, so sad.
I don't know either way how I would feel about that for him. It just depends on who they would get back. But they have guys that they could move if it meant of course Jimmy Butler don't want to go there, but that was one trade that got thrown out.
Shit, he would win. I don't know why the hell he wouldn't.
Well, you know, a lot of stars they feel a way about Memphis. They don't think it's a big enough city. That type of.
It's boring as fuck. I ain't gonna.
But if the goal is to win, that's definitely one of the best teams in the league. Yeah. So.
Good food.
They could make a trade if the right person became available. So I'm watching them the rest of the season for sure. Speaking of trades, though, we get yet another game.
Hey, let me just say this before you say trades, because I want to end Memphis with this.
Yeah.
I'm praying for Marcus Smart because that man has lost his basketball mojo. He has not been the same player since he got jettisoned from Beantown. He has not been the same dude. You can watch it in his play. He don't play like the same dude, y'all. And I feel so bad. I feel ridiculously bad. I wish to God that they can do something to bring his ass back and he would come back and it would be different. It would be different. He's back because he wouldn't be the leader no more, and it would be. I don't even think he would want to go back because it'd be totally different. But I feel for Marcus because that is my guy. When I went to the Pacers a couple years ago, Pacers Celtic game, I snuck in the back. I was able to take a picture with dude. Derek White was, he just got with the team. He ran away from me. He didn't run away, but he hurried up to get to that bus. But Smart was cool. He took a picture. Dude is bigger than you think he is. Dude's bigger than me, y'all. He bigger than me, and he's such a good dude to Celtic fans. He's such a good person. He has lost his basketball mojo. It hurts my basketball heart. I just had to say that. Marcus, get your basketball mojo back. Please.
Because he definitely does not play at the same.
Bro,
I noticed that watching this a couple times this year. But
God.
The only thing I was gonna mention with the word trade was we are yet another game deeper into the season, and Timberwolves are continuing to show us that they should have never made the Karl-Anthony Towns trade.
Oh yeah, they played themselves. I think. And last thing I'll say with that game, Ant, I should have played better defense on Ja late in that game because you were on him, but switches, you lost him in one possession. And the next possession after that, you played decent D, but Ja put up some incredible ass shot that you probably couldn't do. You could have used some help on, and I don't know where Mr. Gobert was. But that was a dumbass trade. I think Knicks won that trade, despite what y'all think about Cat. Knicks won that trade, and I think Memphis played themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, Minnesota played themselves.
For sure.
And you got DiVincenzo, who doesn't want to be there, but he's still playing his ass off because he's professional. And you got Randall, who is so motherfucking sensitive. If the wind blow the wrong way, his shot is off.
Well, and he also if I have a guy like Ant that I know I need to have the ball in his hands as much as possible, going and getting Julius Randle to play next to him is not a good move. Julius Randle's a guy I need to jab step a little bit.
He needs more ball.
He needs the ball. He gonna want the ball.
Yeah,
Yes,
and to Julius Randle's credit, on the teams that he's been on, when they put the ball in his hands, let him be a playmaker, he's shown that he can do that. Those teams haven't won anything, but he's shown that he's talented. He's shown that he's capable of doing those things.
Yeah.
So to his credit, I understand that.
Yeah.
But that's not the situation for him.
Right.
Ant needs somebody like Cat that can eye a couple possessions in a row. I just need to go sit over here in the corner and wait to see if I get a shot.
Right,
That's
I feel
it.
you. All right, let's do it now because let's get to this juicy shit before we run out of time.
Hold on real quick before just a quick
score.
Well, the Bills, that game's over with. They won 31-7.
Damn right.
But there's apparently mutual interest, as we've heard, between the Suns and Jimmy Butler. I don't know what the Suns are going to have to trade to make that happen.
Yeah,
But apparently,
Ishbia will do that.
Yeah, Ishbia wants that to happen bad.
Yes, he does.
So,
okay, Matt Ishbia is the owner of the
sounds
Suns.
like Brad Beal, future Miami Heat.
I mean, here's the thing, and you talk about somebody who has never been consistent with winning. That's that cat. Like, good God.
Well, and I mean,
man,
it's one of them things too where Brad, like, we all love Brad. He's from St. Louis, but we
don't
saw
do shit for St. Louis.
We saw in Washington the years after John Wall that whether it was the front office not putting a team around him or him not being able to elevate the guys he was playing with, he's not the guy that you put in like your first or second spot on your team.
He's not, and they put the goddamn truth with him, and they made it to the playoffs, and he still didn't do shit. He had a good team when he had that Paul Pierce on his team, because people forget Pierce played for the Wizards. That was a good team that made the playoffs, and Beal didn't do shit with it. Like Beal's game, that's another. His game gets on my nerves because he doesn't create winning. But all right, yesterday games went the way we thought. I love how the Texans did what they were supposed to. Started off shaky. They went down 6-0 to the damn, I still call them San Diego Chargers because that's where the fuck they should be. So that's what we're going to call them on this show. And they went down by 6 points to the San Diego Chargers. I think they scored 2 field goals, and the defense looked shaky. But then, and CJ looked a little shaky. But guess what? They all turned it around. I did not even know that. Did you know D'Amico Ryan played for the Texans? Yeah. I did not know that. I forgot that.
So when he first became a head coaching candidate, I kind of figured that would be the team that he got the head coaching job with because he actually, I think he was on the very first roster when they were a expansion team.
That's what's up. And
so, but no, finish your.
No, you good. I think I bet you the Niners wish they still had his ass, and
absolutely.
I am proud of what him and CJ have put together. This is their second year together, and they've won yet another wild card game. They beat the Browns last year, and they beat San Diego this year like they were supposed to. And I really like how, this is what I really liked. I got a parlay, and Joe Mixon had to score a touchdown, and he did.
There we go.
So,
Hey,
I was
we always
happy.
root for Green,
Yeah, I mean, like I needed that. Has either one of you brothers put any sports bets in the last year?
I got
no. Rebel, you don't mess with that.
I haven't really even been focused off. I just haven't.
Okay.
I'm doing so much.
Yeah, I hear you. I ain't
Yeah,
mad at
still
you.
gotta go across the water for it right now. Anyway.
No doubt. You do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
but I've been seeing people here using Prize Picks. What's that?
Yeah, so Prize Picks is a slightly different platform. So Prize Picks is not a sports book. So you can do player props, but you can't bet on teams to win. Essentially.
But you can make money off player props.
Yeah.
And there's another one that you can. I think DraftKings has one now too, like that. It's not their
Pick Six or something like that.
Yeah, it's a separate app that you have to get, and you can do it like that. And it's weird that the shit is legal here now, but it don't kick in until next year.
Well, they got all calendar year 2025 to actually get the sites up and running. So I personally think that they're either going to start it when baseball season starts, since Missouri has 2 baseball teams.
Oh, you think they'll have it going by then?
That's probably a little bit more wishful thinking, but what's probably going to happen is if they don't do it by then, they'll do it by the time the NFL.
So you literally got to get in your car, drive over the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I did. Went to Argosy, my man. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Went over to Argosy, placed my little bet before the snow hit. Yes, sir. Yep. That's what you got to do. I mean, and here's the thing.
He said, "Oh no, that's what I did. That's
That's
what I do. That's what I
don't
did."
get it twisted.
Literally,
it's been done.
Literally, and
many times, by the way.
And it's like you got 2 options. If you got the app, you just got to physically get over the bridge, pull over somewhere, boom, you can do it right there. Yeah. If you don't have an app, you got to physically go to them, and that's what I do. Go to the kiosk or go up to the thing and deal with a person. Yeah. And Mixon hit that parlay for me, so I hope the rest of my parlay comes in today. But I was just excited.
Oh, you got next time you go, you got to take me with you, son. I want
Word?
to see how that. Yeah, word.
Hey,
don't play.
I was gonna say, depending on which site you use, like if you use a FanDuel or something like that, you can send him a referral link. He get I think up to depending on what you bet, you get $50 or $100 in free bets for signing up, and then because he used your link, you get whatever he get.
Okay, that's what's up. Here's the thing, right? I keep it a buck with you, since of what we just was dealing with that election, and how literally DraftKings and FanDuel bought that shit here because they spent $26 million with state legislature to get it on the books and get it going. I'm not fucking with them like that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is I go to Argosy. And I go to DraftKings. If I go to DraftKings, for some reason I don't think I'll hit over there, but I love going over there. And I just watch all the games because they got every game, and I get the food and the drinks, and the food and drinks are cheap. Thanks. But I'll also but it's so much more fun when you watching all games and you got something on it. So I'll put something down at DraftKings, but I prefer Argosy. Argosy is ran by Penn Gaming. Penn Gaming had nothing to do with it being legal here. They had nothing to do with that. So I like going over there dealing with them. And I've hit over there before, but I'll definitely take you. I don't want it that close to me. But to get back to the Texans, I'm happy that that they did what they were supposed to do. And I don't understand this Justin Herbert hype. This dude has always been overhyped to me. Always, always, always. The camera will show. All you got to do is look at somebody, right? And you look at somebody in their eyes, and you can see what type of person they is. You know what I mean? And that's usually, and you know that, and you know that, and I definitely know that growing up where I grew up. And the thing what I noticed with Herbert, every time it's a big situation and the camera finds him, which they supposed to, that's what they got all the $1 million cameras for, this dude looks shook as hell. And it was shown yesterday, dude threw 4 picks. I wish to God I put it on my parlay, and I should have, because I don't even believe in Herbert. I should have put in my parlay, which you can bet, and I'll show you. You can do a player prop. I bet that he'll have a pick or more. Yeah. And I should have done that. Because I would have hit. The motherfucker had 4. Like that D'Amico Ryans defense. Do you know who the DC is for the Texans?
I do not know who the Texans DC is right now.
Okay.
Hell no.
But to your Justin Herbert thing though.
Right.
I personally didn't bet anything on that game yesterday because I'm not somebody that believes in the Chargers, and I also hadn't seen the Texans beat anybody good the last 2 months.
Right.
So I stayed away.
You said who's the what now? The what? The who?
What?
For the Texans?
Oh, the defensive coordinator.
The defensive coordinator.
Matt Burke.
Is it?
Yeah.
For real? Oh, okay. That's what's up.
I didn't know he was still coaching.
Matt Burke did his fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was.
He definitely had whatever he did. Shit, he Justin Herbert gonna be
unless I'm
nightmares about him the rest of the fucking season.
And this is why you Rebel give me this fucking flamethrower. Look at this. Look at what he give me.
Pull this cap off.
The cap off.
Oh, duh. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that was. I'm tripping. All right.
Definitely childproof.
Yeah, facts. Look, I have a child and I have one of
those. Man, fuck you, Rebel.
Definitely childproof.
Right, for real. He showed right. But to me, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get that off.
Yeah.
Matt Burke. Yeah. Okay. So Matt Burke's second season. I did not know that was the.
Who is Matt Burke?
He's the defensive coordinator.
Like you said that off the strip.
So
like,
I
never heard of him.
When I think maybe Montega, since he got it pulled up, he can tell me a little bit better than I may know. But I believe Matt Burke was one of like the positional coaches for San Fran when D'Amico was the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And so he elevated him when he had his coaching staff.
Ah, okay. Yep. I just want to say this, right? I don't know what Vegas was thinking because Vegas usually nails their odds. Can I tell y'all I had plus 500 odds on Houston? Yeah. I had on money line. I had plus 500.
I was gonna say. I think when I got
that spread
money line, it was like plus 140 something.
Yeah,
like
I had at Argosy. I got plus 500 odds on Texans.
Was it after the game started?
No, fam. Yeah. You can't. Matter of fact, you could do that. You could do an in game, but no. This was, and I couldn't fucking believe it, and I took it as quick as I could. Vegas, y'all really put that much faith in the goddamn Harbaugh just because he got that little funky college fake ass championship last year? Like seriously? And guess what? I gotta say this before you, because I'll be done with San Diego after I say this. Their lead wide receiver, the dude's name is Ladd McConkey. If your lead wide receiver, your best wide receiver in the National Football League, name is Ladd, you ain't winning shit. Like, what the fuck? This is not college. What are you doing, John? Or Harbaugh? Like, bro, what the fuck? I saw that.
McConkey.
I don't think that was faith in the Chargers. I think it was just disbelief in the Texans because, to our point, the Texans hadn't won a game against a team with a winning record since October 6th.
They limped into the playoffs. They definitely did.
But
they won that last game.
If you know their division, you know that they were going to win that division by like week 6. Mm-hmm. So they probably did take their foot off the gas a little bit. But having a home playoff game, you ain't gonna come in there and come up short, especially being the first playoff game.
I love this league, y'all, and this is why I hate this league so much, and I only love it because of the players and the coaches. It's so like the racism, even it's just racist the way they cover it. Like they don't highlight. You got a black coach and a black quarterback who are kicking ass, but I'll hear more about Harbaugh and Herbert, who ain't never done shit. Harbaugh has, but not no Herbert. But I'll hear about them 24/7. I'll hear more about Dan Campbell and what's his face?
Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff, then I will these two. Now, granted, I love that story, and I'm happy for Detroit. Yeah. And Man Campbell, he's not Man Campbell anymore because to me, when he was a coach in Miami and he got promoted, he was just a Roy taking fucking energy drink, coffee guzzling, and he probably still close to that, but now he seems a little more mature. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Man Campbell because every time the man talk, I think he's gonna pass out. You know what I'm saying? Because that vein be popping in his neck and his face, like and this is asking him what he want for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like he get hyped, but I just. The way CJ and D'Amico have been getting shitted on in this league by the coverage, I don't get it. NFL's not talking about them enough. I just don't understand it. But we already know what it is. But I'm happy they did their thing, and I'm happy that I guess it depends on. So since Buffalo won,
we gonna get Buffalo and Baltimore.
Buffalo and B-more.
And then Houston will have to go to KC. So
I'm
just gonna throw this out here.
Go ahead.
My parlay for next week, I'm taking the Ravens money line. I'm taking the Chiefs with the points.
You taking Chiefs with points, and you taking
the Ravens money line in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
I think, again, this is just me watching football all year. I think if the Chiefs don't go to the Super Bowl, it's only because Baltimore is going. Anybody else?
Yeah.
The Chiefs are there.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens this year, with the way Lamar is playing and having Derrick Henry to be a closer. I think this should be the time that Lamar makes a believe out of it.
I feel you.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Baltimore has been killing shit.
They have.
Yeah. And they also, I mean, shit. That Buffalo played them in Baltimore earlier,
And that game the other day.
and didn't have shit for them. So
Yeah.
I think my pick would be Baltimore to win the AFC. But
Yeah.
of course, we also know no league loves a narrative quite like the NFL. And the Chiefs being the first team to potentially three-peat, you might see some shenanigans at play.
100%, and they love that. And I hate the fact that we even have to put that into thought, but we do. But before we get to next week, and real talk, Buffalo versus Beemore, man. Since next week we won't be able to talk sports. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be
That should be
all right.
a great game.
Oh my God, like that is gonna be an amazing game. Kansas City versus Houston is gonna be a sick ass game. Like that game is gonna be everything. You know what I'm saying? And so shit, I'm ready for that. But the Ravens look like the way they were supposed to look. They were dominant. I was happy for them. What is it? They had 298 rushing yards. They could have had 300, but what I'm saying, they decided, take it easy and not go for the 3 at the against the Steelers. Most yards allowed by the Steelers ever in a playoff game. Like it's kind of sad. And the one thing I don't get is Al Michaels was trying to give props. I'm good on that one. Al Michaels is trying to give props to the Pittsburgh DC. For him getting a head coaching job, like what, like him getting interviews. Like I didn't know Al was one of them people, but I guess he is. There's so many there's other people on that sideline you could promote. Why would you promote the white DC whose defense is playing like trash?
Well,
like,
they played okay earlier in the season, so I guess. But I
just thought that was the wrong time to do it.
That wouldn't have been the time where I'd have been mentioning anybody's head
right.
When I'm down 28-7.
Right. And then when they were up, I think it was 28-14, he said, this is no lie, when he mentioned that, because it was 28-14 when he mentioned that, he said with their season being over soon. Like, damn, Ann said that their season was about to be over. Like, damn, Al, like, because you old, you just don't give a fuck. Like, damn, you want some for real hater type shit.
Y'all got me out here on Amazon.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be out in L.A. at NBC.
Dude, he is just an arrogant old piece of shit right now. Like,
yeah, Al said, I played
I'm
the
glad
man
they lost, though.
You glad who lost?
Pittsburgh.
Why? Talk about it.
I don't like Russell Wilson.
Why not? The brother played good. What he had? Shit, I got his numbers right
I don't
here.
give a damn how he played. I said I don't like him.
Well,
wow,
if you look at that first half, though, he played like shit.
Yeah, he
half,
definitely played like shit the first half.
First half, he was terrible. But I think he ended up with like 270, something like that. But I mean, when you playing from behind, you kind of ain't got no choice but to put up passing numbers.
He had what he had? He had 2 TDs.
I've never liked
good.
Russell Wilson.
20 or 29 completions, 270 passing yards through 2 TDs. Like the brother played great. Why is it because he played that good guy role? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I think it's actually genuine.
You know how you got some people that you don't like, but this brother ain't never did nothing to you. You just don't like that dude.
You don't like the aura that they come with.
Yeah, it's something. It's something, man.
I get it. I mess with dude. The thing I don't like the fact that he's caught so much heat since he's been. This man is a champion. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the Legion of Boom was the shit with Seattle. But it's just like, damn, y'all not gonna win no Super Bowl without a great quarterback, and they had that. But the fact that they didn't like dude either. So that's.
And I think
but he catches too much heat.
Those lot of Legion of Boom guys, or even just guys in general that were on that team that probably don't like Russell either, because they knew that when he needed to get paid, the team was gonna pay him over the rest of those other guys.
That's true, and they were mad about that.
So if you got all type of people around you that don't like you, people that don't even know you, that ain't nowhere near you, that you rub the wrong way, it ain't everybody else. It's you, man. It's something with you.
Yeah. I'm happy for that brother. You want to hit it? Hit that motherfucker. I'm happy. I'm happy that he had a good game. The season could have been better, but I just don't like the heat that he's going to take, and I don't like the heat that Tomlin's about to take. Tomlin's about to catch so much heat for like the sixth straight playoff loss. I hate that for them, but for me, I'm happy for myself because I had Derrick Henry to have over 74 rushing yards. My man finished with 186. I had him to have an anytime touchdown. He had 2, and he had 26 carries. So
you got it back.
I did, I did pretty good. My parlay's looking good. I just hope it finishes out today. But I say what? Yeah, I just hope that I hope Tomlin stays at Pittsburgh, but I hope they do something where if I don't. Here's the thing, right? I don't want to see Tomlin leave Pitt, right? But if he leaves Pittsburgh, I want him to get a job immediately, and I don't feel like it'll be that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's what. No, because he's a black head coach.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I think Tomlin the exception to the.
You think it's different for him?
I think somebody snatch him up.
You would think.
You've had a team that they haven't disclosed the team, but reportedly there is a team that had already reached out to the Steelers offering to trade.
Yep, you right. Heard that. Yep.
So Tomlin would get a job. My problem is I hate the Tomlin ain't done nothing thing because I would love to know. Or ask the people who say Mike Tomlin hasn't done anything. When the last time you've liked Mike Tomlin's quarterback?
Right. Nobody says Ben.
I would say the last 2 to 3 years of Ben Roethlisberger through now, nobody has thought he's had a quarterback you can win with.
Preach.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? That's
so for him to get to the playoffs and continue to have winning seasons despite that, knowing what we know about how important it is to have a quarterback in this league. You can't hold that against him.
That's what's up.
He was going up against Lamar Jackson with Russell Wilson in 2025.
Word.
What was he supposed to do?
Word. And Justin Fields was out there, gave them nothing.
So I'm not here for the Tomlin slander.
No,
I can keep
I hear you. What was you about to say, Rebel?
No, I was saying basically the same thing he was saying. Like somebody would grab him. I think somebody would grab him immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I would take him, but we hired Vrabel today. Big whoop.
Pass up
everybody
on Tomlin. Can
I ask you why y'all didn't just do that last year?
Because I think the reason why Rebel. I'm sorry. Were you finished saying?
No, I was done.
Okay,
bro.
right on. I think and before I answer your question, Rebel, are you going to do your segment?
Yeah, you're going to take long.
Bet that'll work. I think the reason why we didn't get him last year, I think he wasn't ready. I think it was a legit thing where he wasn't ready, and I think that they put way more. They had way more. They had high. I guess Kraft himself had higher expectations for Mayo than he should have, and I think Mayo was put in a shitty situation. But I think the main reason they didn't get Vrabel. You asked about Vrabel, so I'll just answer that. Yeah. But I think the reason why they didn't get Vrabel last year because I don't think Vrabel was ready. I don't think he was ready.
Okay. I mean, I thought it's a slam dunk hire now or last year, regardless of when you do it. But I was curious. It was laying right there for him, and credit to them, they chose to give a black man a chance, so to speak. But
they really kind of
it made sense to hire Vrabel regardless.
It did, but to me, you should have gave that man more than 1 year. I think you doing it like this was kind of fucked up. We knew he wasn't going to win with this roster. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing he was going to do. Did he have some comments that were kind of that didn't seem like something a head coach should say? Probably so. The man has been a head coach for less than a year. Yeah. You have to. Bill Belichick, what was it? Jimmy Johnson, I think won one game his first year with the Cowgirls. What is it? Belichick. Belichick, I think, had 4 wins his first year with us. You know what I mean?
Hard on him, boy.
Yeah, that's what they is. So it's just you know what I'm saying? Give this man more than a year, and the way they did it, he's not going to get another head coaching job anywhere else. So it's fucked up.
Here's the thing. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo had never been more than a linebackers coach in his career. Great that he was getting an opportunity to be a head coach.
I thought he was. I think he was elevated more than that before in Belichick's last season.
I thought he was only the linebackers coach for them because I thought they brought Patricia back to be the defensive coordinator.
No, Patricia wasn't the last DC.
Well, maybe I had that wrong. Yeah. But if he was the DC,
I want to say Gerard was the DC. Yeah, he was the DC.
Year. Yeah. Either you have to give that man time or don't hire him at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I want to see black dudes get jobs, but I also want to see them set up for success when they have them.
There it is.
And he was never going to be set up for success. There it is. Bringing in a rookie quarterback and trying to change over to.
That'll work. All right, Rebel. we got something special for y'all. I asked this man to give me a segment, and he's going to do something even better because starting shortly here on My City, My Music, Montega Rebel and his lovely wife will be having their own podcast on this very fine network. So we want to give him some props for that. And
Appreciate it.
there, all day, there you go, bro. And what is it? Wanted to give this man his time because he is going to break his show down and a little something y'all can look forward to.
Basically, the show is going to be about mental health issues and relationship issues. Whether it be advice or just being as transparent as I can possibly be on ways that I done messed up in my relationship and had to build my stuff back up. You know what I'm saying? My lady is very, very, very intelligent. She's the most caring and sympathetic person I've ever had to encounter.
That's what's up.
And she's taught me. I just turned 47, and she's taught me things about life I never even knew.
I'm 45. I can say that.
But she's taught me things, man, about life that that. Imagine going through life thinking like, yeah, I know it all. I done got it.
Right.
And then you meet that one person who show you a whole nother life of possibilities
like
and way
open
of
the door
living.
to some.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, big shout out to my lady, man. So, yeah. Now, what this is basically what we doing on this show is going to be Montega's Mental Minute. So just words of advice or inspiration or motivation or whatever to keep people going, at the end of the show. So
and that's gonna be is that on High Off the Glass or on your show?
That's gonna be on High Off the Glass, and then we're just gonna carry it. This is basically what my show is gonna be about too. But I'm going to put this as a at the end of the show is gonna be that 1 minute of
appreciate it
inspiration and motivation.
Take us mental minute. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. It's important to understand that being a masterpiece in progress means that your journey is ongoing. Just as an artist refines their work, God continues to mold and shape you. Your experiences, both triumphs and trials, are part of his creative process. Understand that and never give up.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like that, bro. Now that's something that you came up with that. You wrote that yourself. Like,
some I wrote myself, and then some things are gonna come from people that I've read, and is the saying, if you want to hide something from a joker, put it in a book, because they'll never read it. They'll never get it.
Yeah.
I read, like I got books at home where I read. I'm reading right now. I'm going through the Behold the Pale Horse. I'm reading that right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
But yeah, I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? So things
sir.
that some people are not aware of. I like to put people on to certain things. So what you take from it, everything's not for everybody to eat. You know what I mean? So
we gotta read. Reading is major. That's something we all have to do as humans. I don't care what race of people you are or whatever. You have to read and you got to be knowledgeable. Before we get out of here real quick, give it to me. Bucks versus Washington. Who you got?
Milwaukee.
No, I'm sorry. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One NFL playoff picks before we get out of here real quick. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Washington Commanders.
Washington.
Oh, wow.
I'm going Washington as well.
I got Tampa Bay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Tampa Bay in that.
Washington.
Your team, Philly versus Green Bay.
Yeah. already know. Eagles.
Philly.
I got the Eagles.
There you
all
go,
the
Eagles.
way.
Yeah.
I got Philly too. They should win that.
Eagles
And
all the
then what's the one that's going right now?
Eagles and
Eagles
Packers
and
is about to start
Packers
now.
at 3:30.
Rams and Vikings is tomorrow.
There you go.
They did have to move that game to Arizona because of the fires in LA.
For real. Thank you, Arizona, for holding it
Other
down.
game started 7:00 tonight.
This
In
one at
Washington.
3:30.
Yeah, so
and then
Yeah,
Eagles-
Eagles right now.
Eagles
Eagles
gotta
right
play
now
now.
at 3.
Yeah, and Washington Commanders
and
later.
then so for tomorrow I got Rams.
You got the Lambs in that. Yeah. Okay, bet. All right. Bet.
Yep.
Who you got?
Rams.
You got Lambs too?
Yeah.
Both of y'all wrong. It's gonna be the Vikes. I think they're gonna rep.